This is an orientation video for Narcotics Anonymous volunteers in facilities. We'll be going over Narcotics Anonymous language, requirements to be of service, H&I meetings, outside issues, treatment facilities, correctional facilities, dress code, facilitating H&I meetings, the do's and don'ts. Training purpose. In joining together in a commitment to the greater good of Narcotics Anonymous, our own welfare is enhanced beyond measure. It works how and why 12th tradition. When I follow through on my commitments to NA, the fellowship is better for it, and so am I. I will honor my commitments today and be of service. In joining together in a commitment for the greater good of Narcotics Anonymous, our own welfare is enhanced beyond measure.
Use the language of recovery. We create an atmosphere of NA recovery as we identify as addicts with the disease of addiction. We not only share our story, we also share the program of Narcotics Anonymous by carrying the basics: meeting attendance, sponsorship, selfless service, and having a higher power.
Service members, check with the local H&I service committee to verify requirements to be a volunteer. There may be different requirements for different service bodies. Make sure all service members meet the requirements of the facility before carrying the message into the facility. If you cannot make the panel, be sure to inform the panel coordinator and/or the H&I chair.
Criteria and formats. Be aware of what type of facility you are carrying the message to, as to whether it's a short or long term. Encourage residents to get involved. If possible, give them a little white book and ask them to read or follow along the first 8 pages.
Outside issues. Avoid discussing anything but Narcotics Anonymous, recovery, clean time, or a new way to live. Avoid personal views or beliefs. Keep the discussion on recovery from addiction.
Sharing the NA message. Treatment facilities might be long-term, which means 6 months or more. An H&I panel is vital to introduce facility residents to the message of hope Narcotics Anonymous has to offer. Remember to provide a source to get to meetings when addicts get out of the facility. Printed meeting list or a phone line number.
Correctional facilities. Check with the local area to find out how to get involved with prisons, jails, and juvenile halls. These are usually longer-term facilities and might benefit from step study meetings or literature studies. Unlike short-term facilities, these types of institutions may require clearances and longer commitments from the fellowship volunteers.
Dress code and general attire. While not required, it is nice to lead by example and dress business casual. Be aware of the specific colors and type of clothing to avoid wearing.
Leading H&I panels. Start the meeting on time and end on time. We all are PR and represent Narcotics Anonymous on the whole. We want to make a good impression on the clients and facility staff.
The do's. Start the meeting on time. Be friendly and polite. Introduce yourself to as many of the residents as possible. Set the meeting up and put out the literature. Be sure to leave the room in the same or better condition as it was when you arrived. Always be friendly and polite to the facility correction employees, treating them with respect and a smile at all times. Involve the residents with the meeting, sharing, and the readings. It is essential to follow best practices and common courtesy to develop a good relationship with the facility and staff. Even though we are not professional, does not mean we shouldn't be professional. Tell addicts to get to a meeting when they leave the facility. The don'ts. Don't argue with people whose views of addiction differ from yours. Don't debate any issues involving facility rules, regulations, programs, etc. Don't break another person's anonymity. Don't discuss facility staff members with residents. Don't show favoritism to any residents. Don't ask what type of crime a correctional resident has been convicted of, or discuss guilt or innocence. Always keep on the topic of recovery. Remind residents when released, don't frequent the old people, places, and playthings. Not only mention NA, but call it out in full as Narcotics Anonymous. It's a good way to familiarize the program to new people. Uphold all training practices or facility rules to keep good relations.
Attend your local service body for more information. There may be facility rules and criteria that are different than discussed here. Ask questions and get involved.
Practice the 12th step. It helps us all.
Here's some literature that some panels take along and give to addicts. For more information, contact these resources to find the nearest service body. Have fun and give back what was so freely given to you.